The number one puppet master, and this is really their word, not mine, that is now being blamed not only for orchestrating Trump's possible arrest happening Tuesday, but also Ron DeSantis's campaign is, this might not come as a surprise, the nearly 100-year-old Jewish man, George Soros. I know. How could he be controlling everything? How could he be so effective? It doesn't make any sense. Well, this is where they're going. We already have multiple clips from the past few days where on Fox News and elsewhere, the right is already starting to say Soros is involved in what may be the arrest of Trump. Here's one clip from, I believe this is the Weekend Fox and Friends, March 19th. Yeah, I believe this is the Weekend Fox and Friends, talking about how Soros and globalists must be to blame here.
So let me ask you the question. How many black lives have you sacrificed under a higher crime city with increased murder rates to devote a limited number of resources to the priority of pursuing a weak case against Donald Trump?
Yeah.
How many black lives was this political stunt worth?
What you learn from the left is that they don't really care about black lives or the working class or the poor. This is a George Soros-funded DA, and he has to pay his master back. And this is exactly what
his master, folks. This is, oh my goodness, just overtly copying the anti-Semitic rhetoric of it's the Jewish master who must be paid. He wants money. That money-grubbing 90-something-year-old multi-billionaire, George Soros. Wait, doesn't matter. This is the story.
George Soros and so many of those radicals on the left want to have happen to Donald Trump. They want to put an end to him. George Soros, a globalist, no question that Donald Trump and his ideas, which are now being
globalist, internationalist, Trotskyite socialists, unlike Obama, Trudeau, Macron. There it is. And by the way, we'll get to what Alex Jones thinks about all this a little bit later. Marjorie Taylor Greene also invoking George Soros. They're all on message. You've got to hand it to them.
It is a war. It's a political war. And that is what they've waged against President Trump, his administration, his staff, his supporters, and anyone that aligns himself with MAGA. And what this Manhattan DA is talking about doing, he is serving his master, who is George Soros.
There it is. I mean, folks, it's quite literally the same language. This is Marjorie Taylor Greene on Pillow TV. Earlier, it was, the Weekend Second Stringers on Fox and Friends. They are on message. That is for damn sure.
And the Democrat Party and the globalist elites that do not care about America, they don't care about Americans anymore. They see Trump as their number one enemy, and MAGA is the force that they have to take out. And that is why this DA is considering indicting President Trump.
All right. So Soros and the globalists are the ones responsible. But it's not just for Trump's arrest. They are also claiming that Soros is responsible for Ron DeSantis's potential candidacy, which hasn't even started yet. There's a handful of these I could play, but I will only play one. This is just a random person waiting in line at Trump's recent event in Iowa, bringing up, oh, no, Soros is behind DeSantis.
Is anybody talking about any other person for president other than Donald J. Trump? Any other names?
No, I'm not.
No,
I've
no.
been hearing them talking about DeSantis, but
Yeah.
I hope not.
Yeah, no.
No.
Yeah. And
Soros money.
Soros money. Yeah.
Yep, there you go. Soros money is behind DeSantis as well. So there's a lot of scholarship about this. And just to be completely accurate, let me just say 92 years old. Okay, so he's not quite yet approaching 100, but he's in his 90s. The idea behind the Soros conspiracy theories, the person doing it isn't necessarily intending to promote anti-Semitism. They may not even really understand the whole backstory, but we have to be realistic. And George Soros's Jewish identity is widely known, and the origins of many of these conspiracies are linked to those who understand and are aware. Now, I know some of you will say, well, some of these people don't necessarily know that Soros is Jewish. I grant you that. But it's still important to understand that the Soros conspiracy theories are inextricably linked in to very well-known anti-Semitic tropes. Like, for example, Soros rich Jewish guy controlling banking or controlling media or working to destabilize a country or working to infiltrate modern society with Marxism or whatever the case may be. And it all goes back to those anti-Semitic tropes that many of us know all too well. And it's important to understand sort of like the genesis of that. So Soros, really a busy guy now at 92, involved in DeSantis's campaign and Trump's arrest and all of it. The question next becomes, whatever it is that these right-wingers believe about the possible arrest of Donald Trump, are they going to riot? As I've mentioned before, I supplement my diet with vitamins every day. I've tried different methods. None have been simpler or more cost effective than just a daily scoop of AG1 from our sponsor, Athletic Greens. With the one scoop, I get the 75 high quality vitamins and minerals from whole food sources that I want. I'm covered for the day. I'm not messing around with different vitamin capsules, and then some have 200 and some have 180, so they run out at different times. And it's a mess. It's a mess. This is simple. The taste is good. You can put it in water, juice, or shakes. Each serving is under $3 a day. Compare that to what all of the individual supplements would cost you, and it just makes sense. Simplify your life by starting the day with a scoop of 75 high-quality nutrients. When you go to athleticgreens.com/Pacman, you'll get a free year supply of vitamin D. I've talked about vitamin D before, and 5 free travel packs of AG1. The link is down below.